Welcome back to another video, another SUP video. It's Saturday morning. I see people greeting and hugging away in the middle of the street. That's unusual. You don't see that in Korea. People randomly hugging each other on the street. But those are two older ladies. In any case, I am in this neighborhood. This is my precarious situation right here. I'm in this neighborhood. If you took the trip with me on the last trip, you've seen the reservoir that I started off at. That was just up the river right there, and then there was a bunch of kind of puddles that I had to get across, and then this stretch was actually quite nice, and so this is where I'm starting off at, because right after this there's a bit of a flat shallow area below the bridge, but then past the bridge is the most beautiful area that I've been on a river before, and so that's where I'm starting off from today. The only problem, a bit of a problem, is this. I mean, it's not a problem, but my goal is to climb over there, pump up the board on here, and then trek over to that side. But of course I have to bring stuff back to the car because I don't take the pump with me, and that's it. So I'm gonna finish my coffee, have some bananas that I brought with me. Check out the cranes, they're landing. And I did manage to get out at 5 o'clock. Wake up at 4, get out the door at 5, and on the river by 6. It's currently 5:30, not too bad. Sun is on the horizon. It's just rising behind these mountains. You can see the pretty reflection on the clouds. Another epic day. Today is going to be a steamer, so I brought some sand tanning lotion. I think it's like 50 SUV or whatever protection factor, because this white boy is going to burn, man. I can see freckles on my arms. So my skin's taking a beating, and it's going to be a cloudless sky, and it's supposed to be like plus 33 or something degrees, so it's going to be a steamer, like, I mean a bloody steamer. So I'm going to protect myself a little bit. And just like that, I'm ready to go, almost. Final touches, finishing up my banana, put on the large fin, pack up this mess, throw it onto the board, and off we go. It's 6 o'clock. Almost on the dot, 5:58, which is really good. Today I landed where I was planning on landing. Actually, my initial goal was to get right here, but that turns out I'd be missing out a lot of this, which is really nice around here. So I'm right here, which is in this neighborhood. I forget what the neighborhood name is, but the river, I did find the river name. I can't remember it right now. And just like that, we're off. The sun's out, and it's going to be blasting like this all day long. It's just going to get worse. Look at the sky. Not one cloud. Presently, past the walking, it took me like 20 minutes to walk past that little stretch. Ridiculous. But I'm finally out here where I wanted to be. This is the part of the river that made me come last time. So nice. A bit foamy today, but man, the sun's gonna be, whew, your boy's gonna get toasty today. I want to take a dip, but not in here because it's a bit too foamy for some strange reason. A lot of birds out here today. That tent up on the hill looks like a permanent encampment. It's got its flaps open today. It looks pretty weather beaten, so I assume the guy that uses it, and I assume it's a guy, he's probably got it there permanently with the fishing rods. They're spread out today. There's 1, 2, 3. I wonder if he catches any fish here. The water surface is looking a bit dusty today. I remember a couple of weeks ago we had these torrential rains here in South Korea, and a lot of the debris and dust and dirt, whatever was washed off the shores and plantations, farmland along the way, is still kind of just hanging around on the surface or on the sides of the river, and the surface is looking a little bit dusty. It feels a bit stagnant, like the water is very calm, and but I am in need of a dip. But I do see patches of water that are just like covered in dust and dirt, and it's not very inviting at the moment. hoping to catch some more moving water up ahead that has cleared off most of the debris and most of the dust, so I can jump in and not be covered with muck when I get out. I'm not sure if it's visible, but like the entire surface of the river, the entire river is just covered in muck. I just passed the bridge here. I'm close to that big one right there. I'm not too far away from Jinnah Beach, but yeah, like this place covered in muck. I hope that closer to inlet into the sea there's gonna be a bit more cleanliness. The water's gonna be a bit cleaner. Check it out, I just got this guy. He was drowning in the water, so I picked him up, take him for a ride till I get to some shore, and let him go. He's massive. That's a pretty big beetle, man. Whoa. The river here is looking pretty nasty, like it's gunky. Very gunky. My first experience on the river was great. It was clean. I took multiple dips. This time around, not happening. But yeah, this guy's just chilling here. I'll let him sit around, and like I said, I'll get to a shore, let him go onto some dry land. So peaceful here. I heard a weird sound. I think it's the sound of a drone or something. Just around this bend is that Samgyeopsal restaurant. And I'm coming up on this weird face of the rock. I think that was used for mining rocks or whatever they were converting it into. I let go of the beetle back there. I managed to get it. I think that's a mosquito fog sprayer or whatever they use. I got rid of the beetle. I managed to get it up on the paddle and just let it go on the shore. Can't touch those things. I don't know. I can handle arachnoids, man. I can handle certain types of spiders as long as they're not freaking tarantulas, I guess. Never seen a tarantula, but there are these big black ones here that I've become quite fond of, actually. They're pretty cool spiders. I can handle spiders, but beetles, man, freak me out. Cockroaches. Ugh. Check it out, there's a hawk circling around. A couple of guys fishing, and there's a hawk like circling right behind them. So cool. I've never seen a hawk, or I assume it's a hawk or some kind of predatory bird in any case. I've never seen it so low to the ground. This is so cool. Check it out, there's 3 of them. They're just circling about here. 1, 2, 3 big birds. Also, it looks like there's just about as much surf here today as there are large-breasted women in this country. I don't think there is any surf at all. But I mean, that's good for me to get into the bay, and then we'll see at the beach. Well, I've arrived at Jinnah Beach, and there's 0 surf. I mean 0. I'm just coming up on the corner of it. There's some waves here at the inlet, but I mean they're not big enough to be surfed on. And by the looks of it at the beach, it's just calm as can be. You literally just paddle sideways to the beach. Check it out. Just give her sideways. No fear of getting capsized by these tiny little things. And yeah, no surfers today, or at least not right now. I assume that I'm still pretty early. Surf may be coming in a little bit later. Zero surf. I mean, not even like a bump. I just paddled all the way to the shore. It's quiet today. I think maybe too early still. It's only 9:15. Could be that the surf is coming in a little bit later, but I'm gonna go for a dip because I'm so hot and tired. Actually, I'm hungry. Maybe I'll grab some nuts before I go for a dip.
nice dip. Man, there's a lot of boats out, big boats. There's one, there's another one, I think. And the sea is looking a bit murky. I think they're kicking up a lot of dirt. There's a lot of stuff floating around. Oh, that was a much needed dip. I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit and then see what I can get up to. If I can have a seat at 7-Eleven for a little bit, have some chow maybe, get something to eat quickly and something to drink, stay out of the sun for a couple of hours maybe. It's only 20 after 9. I'm gonna have to check, see if I can figure out what time some surf is coming, and I assume when tide starts coming in, maybe towards noon. Last time I was here it was like 12, 1, 2. So I left at 2 o'clock and the surf was pretty good, so I think it's just too early for waveage. So I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. I'm gonna go chill to 7-Eleven, see what I can find to scrounge on. Got myself a Red Bull and I don't know what that is. Chicken something square triangle kimbap with chicken. I don't know what chibap is. Cheese? Grilled chicken. Cool. So that's what I'm gonna do for the next little while. I'm gonna chill out here. Maybe around 10 o'clock I'll crawl back out, have a look. But I doubt that anything's gonna be happening at 10 o'clock. So I'll just be chilling here for a little bit. That place is not even open yet. They're just opening up. There are no families there. Surprised. 10 o'clock. The biggest heat. Well, I dicked around at 7-Eleven for a couple of hours. Went out back to the sea. Still no waves. I guess there's no waves today. I just checked the weather forecast and it doesn't look like there is much happening in terms of waveage. The beach still running classes, surfing lessons, because that's pretty much a good time for surfing. So there's a bunch of people using boards because it's a good time to practice on soft waves. Songjung didn't have, or Jina didn't have any surfing clubs last year. There was nothing. Songjung basically in Busan was like the only place that had that was the surfing mecca in Busan, and I guess a lot of people used to go from Ulsan to Busan as well. But this year, apparently Songjung decided, or not Songjung, Jesus, Jina decided, the beach in Ulsan decided that it's time, that it's ripe for a surfer's paradise or whatever, turn itself into a surfer's paradise. So that's what they did. There's a bunch of shops now that popped out and people are coming out, but of course, like I said, today not the day for it. So I'm gonna skedaddle on out of here, get myself to the bus and get back home. Maybe I can get Liam out of the house and do something, although I don't know, it is pretty freaking hot. But right now I gotta find a John so I can relieve myself. Check out these dune buggies, man. 30-minute with the bus stop. Not cool. I should have timed it a little better. But one thing I discovered, some bus stops, I don't know how, but they have fans. You click that little button, fan comes on, and it's a little bit cooler. Very cool. But from here, according to the Navi, I've got like an hour cruise to get to my ride, and I have to switch buses once. Not sure how that works, but 10 more minutes before my bus comes. I'm learning how to take the buses, how to navigate the bus routes in Ulsan. I just got off one bus. I was supposed to transfer to another one, but there are two buses with the same number, but one has got an additional, I guess, directive, and it goes in a different direction. And I took the wrong one, of course, because why the heck wouldn't I? And ended up going in the wrong direction, so I had to get off that quickly before I spent another 30 minutes driving in the wrong direction, and then went on the other side of the road to catch the 518, which tells me that it's going to be arriving in about 30 minutes. Fuck that, I'm not waiting 35 minutes for the bus. So I'm going to trek down back to the original bus took me from, and hopefully catch it from there. Man, it's hot. It's like plus 31 or something. Walking with this backpack. Wow. I'm sweating just standing around doing nothing. But I think my bus stop is somewhere coming up soon. Well, couldn't figure out the bus
thingy very well. So it looks like I'm walking. I've got about 40 minutes, and it also looks like I'm walking just right along the river from which I came. I'm probably going at the same speed as I was floating down the river as well, so that's convenient enough. But man, I'm dripping sweat like you wouldn't believe. It's so hot. There's a bit of a breeze in the air, but it is a very nice walk, I gotta say. If it wasn't for this backpack weighing me down, this would be a sweet hike. It is what it is. 40 minutes or so should go by pretty quickly while I occupy myself with colorful thoughts and stuff. But this is the route I'm taking. That's the way it is. And here's the river name, Hoeyang. That is the river. The car is just over there. I gotta cross this sunny bridge and then I'm home free. Because I'm sweating bullets, man. It's getting in my eyes. My eyes are burning from the salt. The saltiness of my own sweat. Wow, it's insane. It's like plus 30, I don't know, 31 degrees, 32 maybe. Let's check quickly. Hey phone. Phone says 31 degrees. Feels like 100, but I'm almost there. Navigation said 37 minutes walking. I think I did it in about 15, maybe 20. 21 minutes. It took me 21 minutes to get here. So to get there another, I reckon about 10 minutes, plus or minus. That water looks very enticing. It looks a lot cleaner here than it does over there. Looks actually quite pristine. In any case, this is it for this adventure. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. If you are in Ulsan and are interested in some boating or river adventures on a SUP, SUP, drop me a line. I can take you down the Tewa River. We'd have to figure out an SUP situation though. I don't have any extra SUPs. But maybe, if there was some people interested, I could acquire some additional SUPs and take you down either the Tewa River or the Hoeyang River. The navigation's still talking. And you could come with me along on a river adventure. Look how pretty it is here. So nice. Home stretch, maybe 5 minutes to get to the car. I will see you next video.